I am Lisa Bergman, a partner at the National Charter Schools Institute, who a year ago stood in this room in a much different place, being invited to be the project director on this grant and in this work. And to many of you in the room, I just want to say thank you. The last year has been full of learning and very inspiring, and I am excited about the road ahead. And especially excited about our afternoon presentation from students and hearing their voice in the work we do. I think oftentimes it's a good reminder of why we do this work, since we can sometimes be a couple of steps away from it. To open our afternoon program, we're honored to welcome some special guests. First, we have a poet whose words inspire and challenge and uplift. And the work of the students that are here today speaks to the heart of education and equity and the journey of our students. Please join me in welcoming Daniel Diaz. Daniel will be followed by a student panel with students from West Side and Amana, both local Atlanta public schools, and that will be facilitated by Elijah Goss. So without further ado, Daniel, please.
Thank you. How are y'all doing today? That's good. To the children of justice, students of the infinite arts, collectors of knowledge, great ascenders of wisdom, disciples of history, mathematicians of time, acquaintances of mental and physical health, I greet you and thank you on behalf of the next generation of doctors, writers, teachers, and more for joining me in this sliver of time and space where our collective of consciousness can be interwoven to create a beautiful mosaic quilt of prosperity and determination, a quilt worthy of being passed down from generation to generation. From generation to generation, in my family, La Cocha, a Kawandi, or quilt has been passed down like dominant genes and clearer than words express years of pain, resilience, and progress. From generation to generation, my family isn't the only one to house one of these heirloom-like artifacts, physical or not. The same quilt blankets each of us, weaving into our spirits, mind, and body, proverbs, knowledge, and wisdom. From generation to generation, though may be separated by age, religion, or language, our origin can be dated back to those handprints in caves, where the first scraps of this great quilt were imagined, where the communication of knowledge was conceived. From generation to generation, we have felt the weight of knowledge under this quilt that has kept us warm, like the fire our ancestors harnessed, sparking the first great inventions to be born. To generations curing cancer, claiming the stars, discovering new ways to harness energy, now, more than ever, we must invest back into this quilt. When our kin is faced with their greatest test, when the stakes are higher than just a grade point average, we must patch the holes of this present day. We must sow the division of our people. We must piece back the voices that matter. From generation to generation, as educational change makers, you are the guardians of intellect, gatekeepers of thought. You knit the very fabric of this mosaic quilt. So, for the sake of our future, our history, our people, continue to invest, continue to advocate, and continue to progress. Thank you. And now, Elijah Goss and the following panel. Thank you.
Come on, guys, let's give them a round of applause. Alrighty, I hope you guys took those words to heart. Hope they inspired you in this moment, and I hope you're ready for a lot more, because that inspiration is not going to stop. This is our student panel. I am Elijah Goss, one half of a public speaking and facilitation company called Goss Twins Media. You can look us up on Instagram, LinkedIn, all social media platforms, and our website of the same name, Goss Twins Media. So yes, without further ado, let's get started with these introductions. Let's go ahead and pass out these mics. And you guys you can go first.
Hi, my name is David Zia. I'm an 8th grader at Amana Academy, and after this I think I'll be going to Northview High School. I've been at my school since 6th grade, and in the future I hope to pursue something in engineering or entrepreneurship.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Murphy West. I am a 7th grader at Westside Atlanta Charter School. I have been going to that school since kindergarten, so for 8 years. And in the future, I think I'd like to be an artist or something related to building robots.
Hi, my name is Christian Simmons. I am also from Westside. I've been there since 4th grade, welcomed by our community. Well, in the future, I want to be something in law, similar to a lawyer or attorney.
There you go, there you go. Yes, please. And these are extraordinary students here. I'm looking at these resumes. They were very modest, but let me list off a couple of more things just about these students. Mr. Zia is a principal's list scholar, NJHS leader, a Pfizer program graduate, a regional National History Day competition winner, a model UN competitor, and when he grows up, he wants to be an entrepreneur and engineer. Mrs. Murphy West has been to 34 states, 34. Well-traveled, well-experienced there. And Mr. Simmons was able to develop an app that supported disabled people, thus winning the Nike Hackathon Award. So go ahead and clap that out. The future is bright, is it not? Yes. The future is bright, is it not? Alrighty, we're gonna get started with these questions, and the first one is gonna be a fun little icebreaker so we can get to know these students. David, do you mind starting us off? Okay, and the question is, if you could instantly become an expert in any skill, real or imaginary, what would it be and why?
Well, I mean, I think my answer might be a little bit basic to some, but I think the best answer for me overall would be public speaking. Now, there's always stuff to improve when it comes to public speaking. There's always ways you can become better at it. But I was talking with Elijah earlier on this. I think the best part, or the most important part of becoming successful, getting good jobs, getting well paid, is that sense of public speaking. Being able to develop that personal connection with the people around you, that's such an awesome thing, and that'll make you distinct, that'll give you a distinction from the other competitors, and will give you an advantage not only in your career but in life. And I think that's something that I wish I could be perfect on, public speaking.
There you go.
I would probably want to be really good at letting my imagination, like actually being able to build like what I dream about, or being able to have like my fantasies on paper. Basically having the creative ability to have anything in my imagination actually like show up and be able to create it.
That's super cool, yeah. I know that's a skill I wish I could have. I mean, in college, there's a lot of writing, a lot of notes, and I just wish I could instantly put it on a piece of paper. It saved me a lot of time. Go ahead and finish us off.
I would like to be able to win or persuade anyone in an argument.
Ooh, there you go.
This would be a very good life skill, and especially in my career in being a lawyer or attorney. But in all this reality, you're never gonna win every argument. So if I could, I would. And then, with all of that said, it's just a really nice skill to have, especially in school. If you have a wrong answer on a test that should be debated or something.
Alrighty, and I know that would be a great skill. Yeah, I know a couple conversations with my mama I could have wish I won. So that's an amazing skill as well. We're gonna get started with some of these questions. You guys have all been at your respective schools for quite a while now. Can you guys just quickly say how long you've been at your schools? Oh, and actually say them again one more time just for the audience.
Amana Academy, and I've been there since 6th grade. It is a K through 8 school, but I've been there just for 3 years, and I'm ready to leave after this year.
Westside Atlanta Charter School. I have been there for 8 years. I am in 7th grade and thankfully have 1 more year left.
I've been there since 4th grade, so 3 years since it's the end of the school year. I'm happy to leave, but my friends are still gonna be there sometimes, so.
There you go. Okay, so Mr. Simmons, let's actually start with you, and then we'll work our way down. Why did you guys choose the school? Because as you know, we're all here for school choice, figuring out what the best choice of school is for our students and how we can better those choices. So why did you guys choose that school? Why did you guys stay so committed to these schools?
I really stayed here because my older brother went there.
Okay.
He was very influential there, so I thought I could follow in his footsteps and really just get to know the community better.
There you go, there you go.
I've probably stayed at Westside as long as I've stayed at Westside because of the community, and like Westside's always improving and it's always getting better, so I can't wait to see what we add on next year.
Okay.
I think I've stayed at Amana for as long as I've stayed because of the way they do things differently. It's a charter school, and so it's unique in the sense that it offers some things not your average public school would offer. So the things that we do, things like STEM and having more cultural experiences, especially with Arabic, it's really unique and something that's kept me at the school and just really made me excited to be part of Amana.
There you go. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm a public school product, so I'm definitely jealous of all these opportunities that you guys have had. The second question is, and can be as long-winded or short as you guys want, but can you share a time when you felt like your voice truly mattered at school? What made that moment stand out? Can we start with you, Alexandra?
Probably this happened like 2 months ago. We are getting an outdoor classroom, and they gave us the honor to be able to design it ourselves. So we had this whole like outdoor classroom design challenge thing where every kid, you could if you wanted to or you didn't have to, you got to be able to design this really cool outdoor classroom that fit what you think it needs. So I felt like that was really cool opportunity to actually be able to like, I guess, share my voice in the Westside community.
There you go, there you go.
I would say what really has helped me believe I was heard, probably my principal or director, Dr. Tanner, because she's allowed us to get grants for places like our garden, which I feel really safe in because I am mainly the person leading it. And I get help from my teachers from time to time, but I help maintain it and keep it healthy for the school.
Amazing, amazing.
I would say something that helps me get my voice heard is NJHS, National Junior Honor Society. My school offers this club, and we help out around the school. Recently, we had a project where we had to make a mural, and I was one of the people put in charge of that. And our club host, she basically said, go wild. She gave us a bunch of creative freedom when it came to it. So we got our student voices heard. We made a competition, had students submit their designs. We had volunteers set up to watch us paint, actually paint, get the materials. And at the end, it really just made me feel like I can do anything I want with the help of Amana.
There you go. That's so beautiful. That creative, artistic ability for them to, like you said, go wild is extremely important. So I urge you guys to continue to make those opportunities possible for your students. And we couldn't have scripted it better, man. The next question is there a teacher, mentor, or class that makes you feel excited to learn? What sets your heart ablaze? And what do they do that makes a difference? You can go ahead and start.
My teacher, her name is Miss Burrows. She really helps, like I said earlier, the garden. She's the main director of it. And I have been with her since I started, really, because my older brother helped in the garden and I followed in his footsteps. So it was able to be an opportunity for me to calm down after a long day and just help out the school in a way that I thought mattered.
There you go. David, can you go next?
I would say a teacher that really I enjoy at school. She's my social studies teacher this year. Her name is Miss Winchell, and her class, she provides everything needed to succeed. We have Google Classroom, so many links, so many assignments, so many tutorials, so many videos, and I think without it, I don't think I'd be where I am now. And another thing is her class also gives us a bunch of creative freedom in the projects that we do. And one of these, I was actually able to make a rap battle, essentially, with my friend about the American Revolution. And so we made parodies of popular pop songs with it, and that was really interesting.
There you go.
For me, it is probably my science teacher, Miss Sullivan. She has all of these interactive games and stuff like this. Like 2 weeks ago, we were learning about invasive species, and she got all of these little plastic frogs, and she put them throughout the floor, and she said, you can't go near one, but you also need to find food. And any food that's near a frog, then it's poisonous and stuff like that. And it was really fun and exciting, and she really captures our attention, and that's how she teaches us through interactive games and videos and stuff like that. And it's really just a fun interactive class.
Amazing, amazing. All righty, as you guys can see. Yes, please. And just really quickly, can we get our teachers to stand up, and can we just give them a round of applause, please? Any teachers in the room, please stand. Okay, former teachers. Can we get some former teachers? There you go. There you go, there you go. Just wanted to take that moment because you guys, like David said beautifully, you are the reason why all of us are here. The most important job on the planet, in my opinion. So thank you for all the hard work that you guys do every single day. And then the next question is, what choices have you guys made to be successful in school, and how did you guys come up with those? We can get started with Alexandra.
This is hard. A choice that I've probably made to help me in school and probably help me later on in the future is sticking with Spanish.
There you go.
And I know that that's going to help me because practically every adult I meet is always stick with Spanish. It's going to help you. So that's probably the best choice that I've made in my school career, you could say. And our Spanish teacher makes it really fun and easy. Well, not easy, but makes it really, really fun. And it's a helpful course, and it makes sense when she's teaching it.
There you go. David?
A choice that I've made to succeed throughout my school career is definitely time management.
There you go.
My dad could probably back me up on this. When I first got my phone, I would be addicted to playing mobile games, Brawl Stars, that's all you'd see me do. But now, with the help of time management and advice from my parents, I've been able to stay on course, make sure that I complete all my assignments, do all my homework, extracurriculars, everything I can do to succeed. And if there's time later, there's always more time for games.
For me, it would be to put down the games because homework is always a necessity to teachers. So. So I would much rather get it out the way instead of playing games until the last minute, like my science projects. But all in all, homework can be important in certain aspects if you don't know the material and you really need to study. Another thing would be just keeping with it. Don't put down the slack. Just keep it going.
There you go. Well, I struggle with all of those things, so maybe I can start implementing them now. But I love what you were talking about, and I think let's take a quick moment to talk about that a little bit. All of you guys voiced a bit of discomfort with your homework, so maybe can you guys tell us a couple things that you think that you could ask them to do that would make homework a little bit more enjoyable for you? Any guys, any takers, anything, tell me.
Deadlines could be moved at least a little longer.
Okay.
Because in all, with AP classes or anything in the sorts, you're going to get a lot of homework, and sometimes there's always going to be that one assignment that isn't done.
Okay.
Probably, yes, moving back the deadlines, and also more like creative freedom, I
Okay.
guess, or that could just be me. I want to be able to fully express myself in my homework, have more projects rather than more worksheets, if that makes sense.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. More creative freedom, more interactivity, that's definitely necessary. That's how you connect to the students. That's how you make me enjoy the courses.
Yep.
So not another anchor chart, not another Venn diagram.
Yeah.
More fun projects, please.
I love that. I love that. Yes, please. That's definitely, yes, we need to start pushing those creative juices because as you can see, they're very creative youth up here on the stage, and they're just a representation of, all of our youngins out there in the world. So that is super important, that creativity piece right there. Alrighty, kind of a bit on theme as well. Tell us about a challenge you faced at school and what helped you push through it. What did you learn about yourselves? Let's start with David.
Big challenge, studying, that's always been difficult for me. But what I can do, especially with the help of my teachers, especially what I said about my social studies teacher, make things like flashcards, have links from things like quizzes, anything that I can do to motivate myself or make it easier and simpler to study. Another big thing would be doing it with my friends. Maybe that would make it more enjoyable for me, and having that form of studying would make it a lot more simpler and enjoyable while also allowing me to actually pass my tests.
Okay.
A big challenge for me to overcome was COVID. So it was really hard for me because I'm a very social person to kind of cut myself off from the world and only be able to see my friends via screen. And probably coming back from that and seeing all my friends' faces in just the warm, welcoming community of Westside, it really did help.
There you go.
For me, it would be just starting out, because I started after COVID, so everyone was well acquainted, then just now meeting each other. But I was really just a guy who would just be there. And my teacher in 4th grade would always just try and get me up, and I would not like it, but it helped me get acquainted with everyone and in this community, which led me here.
There you go. Exactly. And look at where you are now, huh? There you go. What makes your school feel special or different from other schools? I've heard the proverb, West Side is the best side. I don't know if it's true personally. There you go. So can we start with our West Side folks? Tell us why West Side is the best side.
Well, that's always been a way to keep us moving. Like our 3 R's system, respectful, responsible, and remarkable.
There you go.
It really just keeps us from straying away from the wrong path, as in just not doing things when you don't want to, but actually pushing through things instead of just sitting there and being like, I don't want to do this, I'm not going to.
I love that.
Well, West Side definitely is the best side in my opinion, and it is the best side because we use that chant, you could say, after we lose a game. Like, if the volleyball team lost the playoffs, you would say West Side is the best side, and you can just get right back up and just win the next game. Like, it's the type of chant that like keeps you going and it keeps you active. Like, even if you did lose the battle, you have not lost the war.
I love that. I love that. Alrighty. And then, David, you got a 2-on-1 a little bit here. Tell me why Amana is a great school, an amazing school.
Yeah, I don't know if our chant or our saying is better than West Side is the best side, but we also have a saying at Amana, it's we are crew, not passengers. And what that essentially means is that there's not one person driving the boat. It's not a motorboat. We're all rowing it. We're all working together.
I love
and Amana is sort of forms a community within our ecosystem, and it really brings us all together.
I love that. I love that. Alrighty. And if you guys had a magic wand, I'm giving you one now, so everybody got a little magical wand, and you can raise it and wave it and change one thing about your school. It could be serious or it could be playful, whether it's uniforms, your mascot, or something deeper. What would you guys want it to be and why? Let's start with David.
Okay, this is a big one for me, more lunchtime.
Okay, there you go.
We do have 20 minutes, but maybe 30, maybe more time. I love finishing my food. Sometimes I'm a slow eater, so. But besides that, maybe less uniform days, we could have opportunities or competitions to be exempt from wearing the uniform.
Yeah.
Things like that to sort of express ourselves more.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I know I'm a slow eater myself, so I would love that 30 minutes. Man.
Well, you may not have much lunch time, but we don't have much lunch portions.
Okay.
So,
She said she need to eat.
so we are 13-year-olds. 4 chicken nuggets is not going to cut it.
Not gonna cut it, guys.
I'm sorry, Dr. Tanner, but it's true. It's true. So definitely bigger lunch portions because we have the time to eat it. So being able to eat
She
something.
said she wants to use all that
Sorry I put you on blast, Dr. Tanner, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done.
I would probably change the amount of substitutes we have. Because absence is really weird whenever we have a test or have a project due. It gets us out of order. But when we have specific subs, they know what to do. But sometimes there's just not enough, and we're stuck with a random person.
That is very important. As we all well know, the teacher crisis is rampant in this country. And I would like to say that we need to make the profession more sexy for our teachers. We just do. We need to get more teachers energized and feeling motivated to go into those professions. And I think ways that we can start and try to start building on that is, of course, the salary, but also how do we support our teachers when it comes to being able to provide the resources for creativity, provide the resources to open up opportunities to have our students hear those voices. So that's extremely important work. So thank you for that answer. That is a very important answer in this time. And then the adults are listening. So what do you want to say to the adults in your school? So you can talk right at that table if you want to. So that they can better understand your needs. You can voice some specific needs that you have, maybe some that your friends have or the broader community. And what do you want to tell the adults in your room about the needs and how can they cater to them?
I would say testing specifically, because we don't just have milestones like most Georgia schools. We have map testing, and then our teachers give us their own tests. And it's just a lot of studying instead of just having homework. So it would be nice to just have a break from tests a lot.
I like that.
Mine is also probably testing.
Okay.
Like this year we started iReady testing, and that's just, it's another thing to add to like the test anxiety. I get very bad test anxiety, and it's really hard to take a test and not worry about how you scored and like be ready for the next one. It's just really hard for me. So maybe like have the tests further spread out or just have less of them.
Yeah, I definitely agree with both of those answers. I would tell teachers to remember we have 8 periods at school. So maybe if you could just calm down a little bit. We have 7 other classes to get through. Let me take a breather.
Okay. Well, you definitely got their attention with that answer. Yeah, that's for sure. Alrighty. And then, yeah, let's talk a little bit about you guys on that personal level. Let's start with you, Alexandra. What kind of things are you involved in outside of class that help you grow? Things like sports, clubs, activities, hobbies?
So I really love drawing. I really love expressing myself creatively. I helped start a fashion club at school. That was really fun. And I do reading bowl, and I just got the books actually for next year. This is going to be my 5th year doing it, and it's really fun to be able to like read and then get asked questions about them because I love books. And probably like all of the different clubs and stuff that I can join, they're amazing. There's so many of them at Westside, and they're all really cool, and I love them all.
There you go. David?
Well, I like making myself busy at times, so I joined many clubs at the beginning of the year. I'm in things like Model UN, I'm the president of that. It's sort of a debate club, but also talks about country's politics in the real world. NJHS, the Honor Society at my school, National History Day, and then outside of school, I do soccer, and I'm also a Boy Scout. I'm currently life rank in that, hoping to get Eagle soon.
There you go.
For me, I love the soccer team that we have at our school. We almost won championships. We got 2nd place, unfortunately, but we can get it next year, I know,
you can, yeah.
with our team. And also outside of school, I love messing around with mechanics, especially drones and how they fly, because I told my parents never to give me a cheap drone or I'll take it apart. And I just like rebuilding things after seeing how to create them.
I love that. All righty. Let's get to this next one. I think we talked a little bit about it and how, your hobbies can kind of bring that into fruition. But what are some career ideas or dreams that you're thinking about right now? I know you guys, have quite a few years before those, but what are you guys thinking about? And how is Westside or Amana helping you guys get there? You can start with how they're helping you in high school, how they may help you in university, and how they help you in your career goals. We can get started with Alexandra.
So when I grow up, I want to be an artist or I want to build robots. And Westside's really helped me because they really do encourage STEM and like everything STEM related. I know during our summer camp we have this whole like STEM truck come and visit the school, and that's really, really cool. And I guess being able to like help get those high school credits, that'll help me get into the high schools, that'll help me with that. And just all of the amount of like exposure to the different things that I like and stuff like that, and it's pushed me to see different things from a different point of view and stuff like that.
Okay. Mr. Simmons?
Like what I said earlier about being a lawyer, Westside has had many things to help me with it, but today and yesterday, my social studies teacher, Miss Scott, has helped us, or me, with it because we had a mock trial. I was a jury member, which I didn't like, I'll be honest, but it helps me see what other people will think and how they will like perceive what I say instead of just like knowing what I say and thinking that they're gonna understand it.
I'm guessing you wanted to be a lawyer? Yeah.
I already touched up on this a little bit ago, but entrepreneurship, engineering, I think the big thing that helps me choose this, that Amanda's helped me with, is their STEM. Now, as an EL education-based school and having these STEM classes, we do lots of projects. We do lots of building, lots of designing, and we've done things like make water filters. We're making a house in 8th grade for a homeless person, tower gardens using hydroponics. All these things that we're building that we've made, they've actually helped people and can be used to help people in the future. And that's made me realize that I want to pursue something in engineering, in entrepreneurship, make something of my own to help others.
Amazing, amazing. Alrighty, and we're getting right up here on time, so we're going to leave us off with one more question, a little bit of an inspirational note here, if you will. If you could leave a message in a time capsule for future students at your school, what would you want them to know? Ms. West Murphy, or Murphy West, sorry.
It's fine. In a time capsule, I would probably put our uniforms so like they could see what we had to wear every day. And I would probably put our homework so they could see what we were learning about, definitely our computers to see how ancient they probably look. And maybe our logo, because that would be cool if like our logo started to change, because I know it's changed a bit since Westside started, so that would be really cool.
That's really cool, yeah. You can go, Dave, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that answer a lot. Uniforms, logos. The old logo before I came to Amana, I'm still not exactly sure what it is, but it really looked like a trash can to me. Yeah. They've changed the logo to this. It's now a blue arch and a green arch, but I'm sure it might change over time. Maybe they'll make it more modern. Maybe they'll change it back to a trash can. But it's really important to preserve that, and so the future students of Amana know what's happened.
I would probably include photos of our campus because I know before I came to Westside, they were at a different location than they are now. And it would be cool to see how modernized their time is compared to us with our underwhelming water fountains and other things.
All righty. Can I just get a round of applause for these students, please? Can I get a standing ovation for these students, please? And I just want to thank you guys personally. You guys' voices are so important. In my opinion, this is the most important part of any conference because you are the youth and you are the future. And as we said before, the future is bright, is it not? Yes. Oh, come on, the future is bright, is it not? Yes. Thank you guys so much. All righty, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. All right.